Jeff Hordley stands as one of Emmerdale's most seasoned performers, with ITV audiences captivated by his character's roller coaster journey as both a devoted father and the village's resident bad boy. In upcoming scenes, Cain faces a serious health battle when in moving episodes airing next week, he is told he has prostate cancer. Cain learns he has aggressive yet localized prostate cancer. Overwhelmed by the diagnosis and the potential side effects of the recommended treatment, Cain cuts the consultation short and leaves. In a special episode, the program's narrative will focus upon Cain's inner thoughts and tell the story from his character's perspective as he struggles to process his diagnosis alone. Jeff has said of the new storyline, "I feel really honored to be given this storyline, and I'm excited for the challenges it is already throwing at me. This is the first proper illness my character, Cain, has been given, and I want to play my part in making sure the audience can relate to the journey so many families unfortunately have to navigate." The pair first crossed paths at drama school back in 1994, with Jeff popping the question on the very evening Zoe scooped the Best Actress in a Leading Role gong at the Manchester Evening News Theatre Awards. Jeff and Zoe exchanged vows in an intimate ceremony in 2003, and whilst both feature in Emmerdale, their characters rarely share scenes together. This arrangement is entirely deliberate, as the pair favor maintaining a very separate existence whilst at work, Zoe revealed once during an appearance on Lorraine. Indeed, Jeff and Zoe are parents to two children, daughter Violet Percy, born in 2005, and son Stan Percy, who arrived 3 years later. To guarantee one parent could remain home with their little ones during their early years, Jeff and Zoe's storylines were scheduled for different filming periods. During her pivotal role in Cain Dingle's stroke storyline in 2022, Zoe revealed how her husband provided invaluable support. Speaking to Lorraine at the time, Zoe explained, "We often do line learning together. This time, Jeff's been amazing. He's just taken the weight off what's going on at home. Obviously, we've got 2 kids, 2 dogs, we've got an allotment, and he's just managing all of that. He's about to get busy as I sort of quieten down, so we'll swap the baton then." The actor who portrays Cain Dingle also previously opened up about how COVID-19 lockdowns of 2020 and 2021 brought their family closer together at their beloved allotment. Jeff Hordley has spent decades becoming a familiar, formidable presence in British television living rooms, but away from the grit and chaos of Emmerdale's Cain Dingle lies a quieter, deeply rooted family life shaped by love, patience, and partnership. As audiences prepare to watch Cain face one of the most harrowing chapters of his life, the man behind the character stands supported by a fellow actor, longtime partner, and cum-star, his wife, Zoe. For many ITV viewers, Jeff Hordley and Cain Dingle feel almost inseparable. Cain arrived in Emmerdale as the archetypal bad boy, sharp-tongued, volatile, and often reckless. Over the years, though, he has evolved into something far more layered, a man capable of tenderness, loyalty, and fierce devotion, particularly as a father. That transformation mirrors, in subtle ways, Jeff's own life journey, one defined not by scandal or bravado, but by stability, shared ambition, and family-first values. In upcoming episodes of Emmerdale, Cain is thrust into a storyline that strips him of bravado altogether. After medical tests, he is told he has prostate cancer, aggressive yet localized. It is news that lands with brutal force. Cain, a character known for confronting enemies head-on, suddenly finds himself paralyzed by fear. Overwhelmed by the diagnosis and the possible side effects of the treatment, Cain cuts the consultation short and walks out, unable to process what he has just heard. The storyline unfolds further in a special episode that delves into Cain's inner world. Told from his perspective, the narrative follows him as he struggles to make sense of the diagnosis alone, his thoughts looping, his fears unspoken. It is a bold, intimate piece of storytelling, and one Jeff has spoken about with clear pride and responsibility. I feel really honored to be given this storyline, and I am excited for the challenges it is already throwing at me. This is the first proper illness my character, Cain, has been given, and I want to play my part in making sure the audience can relate to the journey so many families unfortunately have to navigate. Those words reflect more than professional enthusiasm. They reveal an actor acutely aware of television's power, not just to entertain, but to resonate, educate, and comfort. For Jeff, playing Cain through this health battle is not about theatrics.
That
It's about
grounding influence
honesty.
comes in no small part from his life with Zoe Henry. Their story began long before either became household names. The pair first met in 1994 while studying at drama school, two young actors navigating ambition, uncertainty, and the hope of making a living in an unforgiving industry. Their connection was immediate, built on shared passion and mutual respect. Years later, Jeff chose a moment straight out of a screenplay to propose. On the very evening Zoe won Best Actress in a Leading Role at the Manchester Evening News Theatre Awards, Jeff popped the question. It was a gesture that spoke volumes, celebrating her success, standing proudly beside her, and committing to a future together. They married in 2003 in an intimate ceremony, choosing warmth and privacy over spectacle. By that point, both were steadily building careers, eventually finding themselves working on the same long-running soap. Zoe joined Emmerdale as Rona Goskirk, a character very different from Cain Dingle and very deliberately kept separate from him on screen. Despite sharing a workplace, Jeff and Zoe have always been intentional about maintaining distance between their professional and personal lives. Their characters rarely interact, and that is by design. Zoe once explained that they prefer a very separate existence at work, allowing each of them to fully inhabit their roles without blurring boundaries. That separation has been key to sustaining both their marriage and their careers. On set, they are colleagues. At home, they are partners. Together, Jeff and Zoe are parents to two children, daughter Violet Percy, born in 2005, and son Stan Percy, who arrived 3 years later. Balancing parenthood with demanding acting schedules required careful planning, compromise, and teamwork. In the children's early years, the couple ensured that one parent was always at home by scheduling their storylines at different filming periods. This wasn't just logistical, it was a statement of priority. Fame for Jeff and Zoe has never trumped family. That sense of balance became especially visible in 2022 during Zoe's intense involvement in Marlon Dingle's stroke storyline. The role demanded emotional depth and long hours, and behind the scenes, Jeff stepped up in a big way. Zoe spoke openly about the support she received from her husband during that time. "We often do line learning together," she explained in an interview. "This time, Jeff's been amazing. He's just taking the weight off what's going on at home. Obviously, we've got 2 kids, 2 dogs, we've got an allotment, and he's just managing all of that." The baton, as she described it, is constantly being passed between them. When one is immersed in work, the other anchors the home. It's a rhythm they've refined over years, rooted in trust and shared responsibility. That beloved allotment has become something of a symbol for the Hordley Henry family. During the COVID lockdowns of 2020 and 2021, when the world slowed and uncertainty loomed, the space became a refuge. Jeff has spoken about how those months brought the family closer together, digging, planting, tending the earth, and finding calm in routine. In a time marked by isolation for so many, the allotment offered connection. It was a place where work was tangible, progress visible, and conversations unhurried. For an actor accustomed to scripts and schedules, it grounded him in something real. That grounding quality feeds directly into Jeff's performances. Cain Dingle may be a fictional character, but the emotional truth Jeff brings to him is drawn from lived experience, of partnership, of fatherhood, of vulnerability. As Cain now faces prostate cancer, viewers will see a man stripped of control, forced to confront mortality and fear. It is a storyline that resonates far beyond the village of Emmerdale, touching countless families who have faced similar diagnoses in silence or confusion. Jeff understands that weight. His approach to the role is careful, compassionate, and restrained. He doesn't play Cain's fear loudly. Instead, he lets it simmer beneath the surface, surfacing in glances, pauses, and moments of isolation. Off-screen, that same restraint defines his life. Despite decades on television, Jeff remains notably private, rarely courting attention beyond his work. When he speaks about Zoe and their children, it is with quiet pride rather than spectacle.